Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating that. How are you? Welcome to the Apple Pie Cup #1. It's the first time doing this in football. I am fighting a little bit of a cold, so that's why I didn't stream last night. But I'm here. I feel a little better. Took some Dayquil. Feeling good enough to try and get through this. So here we have the Apple Cup. It is the annual rivalry between Washington and Washington State. Washington has dominated the series from very early on. It was close early, but there were a couple of 8-game stretches in the, I want to say 60s and 70s, somewhere in there, that Washington really blew open that lead. And the Cougars have never recovered. In fact, I don't think they've won any of the last 5 or 6 meetings. So we have Washington, Harry Husky, your completely unbiased host here, sporting Cougar colors. I did wear this hat intentionally. And we're just going to watch the computer play on Heisman difficulty. We're going to be playing actually in Seattle because that's where it is this year. And then we'll start it at 12:30 because that's what time the game starts. No one in their right mind would start a game at 10 a.m. on the West Coast. And as I was setting this game up and getting all of the things ready and doing all that stuff last night, I double checked to make sure that the Cougars even had the air raid offense, because they had a very different style of offense before Mike Leach showed up right around the time that this game came out. But I guess this was Mike Leach's first season, maybe? I'm not really sure. I forgot to look that up. I made a mental note of it. I was like, oh, I'll do? I'll look it up, and then I didn't. Alright, so here we go. Washington Huskies. Oh, shoot, they're technically the away team. Hang on, hold on. Hang on, I've goofed this up. I did a dumb. Hold on, hang on. Bear with me for just a moment. Yes. I didn't even think about that when I was doing it yesterday. Whoops. I changed the stadium, but fuck. Okay. Bam, bam. Washington. There we go. That is what I'm looking for. That makes way more sense. Okay, did not even think about that. Okay, here we go. Welcome back to the loading screen. Because Washington State technically should have the ability to pick heads or tails. It's silly to have them as the home team in Seattle, which, I mean, they did for a number of years. Washington State, for recruiting purposes, was like, we'll go over to Seattle once a year and cost ourselves a home game. Damn it, Coke products. Why are you so hard to open? Okay. Here we go. This makes way more sense. Please stop.
Number 2.
Why do you have this much carbonation? I didn't even move you that far. Huskies kick the ball away. I am your lone commentator. Sick as I can be. Or as well as I can be. I don't even know. Oh, goodness. Boy, it's off to a good start. Washington State will take a knee and we'll get going here. Looks like it's kind of cloudy over in Seattle. Sounds like a very Seattle thing. Cougars drop back to pass. Fires out to his, that would be his left. And that's good enough for a first down. So the Cougars working with an up-tempo offense here. I got confused because I was like, why is number 12 on the ball? Well, they're all wearing number 12, Sean. Got the funky formation. Flips it out to his right. Nice little pass out to the flat for a gain of a couple, second down coming up. He's lucky that he got the ball when he did, because that defender was able to get around that block no problem. Maybe a 2-yard gain there. We'll see what they give him. Ooh, they'll give him actually a loss of 1. My bad. Snaps the ball back. Passing. Ooh, he was open. He's going up the sideline. A great gain up to the 33-yard line or so. Hey, that one was right. 1 for 2, huh? Don't keep trying. That's a bad idea. Don't keep trying.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Cougars still working with that. Oh, I forgot to look. I forgot to look. Ooh, free blitz off the edge. He fumbles it. Oh, no. That's not what you want on a 1st down after a huge play. Unblocked. Untouched. Forces the ball loose. Thankfully, the Cougars are right there to recover it. And that might be one of the problems that the Cougars are going to run into if they're going to run this fast-paced offense is the defense, and they don't seem to be getting set, and so the defense has had a couple of free runs at the passer. Pass over the middle, get them right back to their original line of scrimmage, maybe? A yard short, actually. A yard short. Oh, sacked on 3rd and 11. It's 4th and 17. A good start comes up, and the Huskies stop him. I didn't really know where I was going with that sentence. I was hoping I'd find the words, but I didn't. Drive stalls out is what I was looking for. Stalls out. That huge fumble really sucked. A lot of yards lost on that, and then the Cougars just couldn't recover. They did get him to fault or go off sides. What the hell? Still 4th down, so 4th and 12. They're well out of field goal range. Oh no, they're not in the field. Okay, 4th and 12. So it went from a punt to a field goal, and they almost got him again. What is happening? Long field goal is good. Cougars on the board, 3-0. 53-yard field goal. They lined up for a punt the first time, right? I could be wrong. The Husky Stadium, by the way, looks a lot different. They don't have the track around it anymore. I remember reading about they did like construction on it when they were, and they moved it down a couple of feet, and then they moved it like north like an amount of feet as well. It's kind of weird. It looks cool now.
Number 32 on the tackle at the 30-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Seattle Seahawks used to play in this stadium when they were having their new field built after they demolished the Kingdom. Nice tackle on the outside by Butch Cougar. It's going to put him on 3rd or 4th down. What do we have here? I was thinking about it when I was kind of watching a little bit of a demo game last night. 3rd and 10. I'm surprised that went for no gain. Maybe they gave him forward progress. This year, NCAA Football 13 came out in 2012, and one of the really bad Apple Cups happened where both the Cougars and the Huskies came in. Their tails look really weird, the Cougars do on defense. I'm just noticing that when there's like 15 of them. Return back at the... Oh, what did he flip? He did a sweet side flip. Oh, that was cool. That was so cool. Show the replay. Oh, man. There was a year where both the Huskies and the Cougars came into the game like 0-11, 0-12, something like that. And the Cougars won 16-13 in overtime. And I think that's part of why the Apple Cup is as lopsided as it is from a record standpoint. Like why the Huskies have such a large lead is because even if the Huskies have a down year, the Cougars aren't like it's not ever like it's off rhythm. It seems like if the Huskies are kind of down, the Cougars are kind of down. If the Cougars are up, the Huskies are up. The Huskies are more consistently like a great football team than the Cougars are. I love the Cougars dearly. Good God, got just leveled. And that is a 3-and-out. Harry Husky forcing a 3-and-out. I'm going to try and open the Sprite again. There's two games going on here. There's one game on actually on the screen. My words are all over the map today. And then there's the other game of, can I open this goddamn Sprite? Harry Husky gets taken down. They'll take over 1st and 10, as all teams do. 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. See if they can do a little bit better. Cougars had a good little drive there, ended in a field goal. Forced the Huskies to go 3 and out. Oh, up. Stepped up in the pocket and ran for a little bit of a gain. That'll give them 2nd down and 5. Maybe 3, depending on where they spot the ball. 2nd down and 2. On the 42-yard line. I don't know if the Huskies have dropped back to pass the ball.
That's a loss of 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Say loss of 2 that was. I don't have my headphones up loud enough. 3rd and 4. Ooh, 5 wide. Out to his right. That's going to be... No, that's an incomplete pass. It was a catch, but he didn't get the foot down in bounds. This game will have a little bit of, like, weird geometry with the feet, I'm sure. So far a defensive battle. Last night when I was testing it, Cougars got up big early. And I was hoping that they would be able to carry that momentum into this game. Even though that's not a thing that exists, because I shut the console off and it reset everything. See what the Cougars do here on their own 20, 1st and 10. Hear that Husky crowd coming in. Free blitz again. They're getting good runs on the quarterback, the Huskies are. That running back didn't even, like, try to do anything. He didn't try to, like, chip him or block him or anything like that. He just went right on through. Didn't even worry about it. So 3-0, 2nd and 18. This was pretty much what happened after that big play. Cougars got into a big, little option. He didn't pitch the ball. It's going to be an offside, so it was technically a free play. So it'll bring it to a 2nd and 13. Definitely helps. They've gotten the Huskies to jump a couple of times. I don't know exactly why. I think it's how it ended up 3-0. Movement there on the Cougars side. Lots of time. Throws out to his left. He comes back and he's going to catch the ball and get a 1st down running out of bounds.
That's good for a gain of
1st and 10 up the 33.
1st down.
34. 33 and a half. 33 and 3/4 yard line. Play action. Out to his right. That's a big play. That's a big play. Go Butch. Go Butch. The Husky did like a little thing. He had a graphical glitch. That's a huge play down the right sideline. 1st down and 10 yards to go in the red zone on about the 13 yard line. I'm trying to judge it based on the referee on the side. It's like he's going way wide. That was not a great play. Out in the flat for a negative 2 yard play is not good. Probably would have been best to just let that one go over his head out of bounds. Of course, the defender was right there. So. Drops back to pass. He's wide open in the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Cougars. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to bring his feet in. Cougars now up 9-0, extra point pending. That was a very quick drive.
The kick is good.
4 plays, 88 yards, 50 seconds off the clock.
The kickoff is down for a touchback. Number 24 with the up 2nd and 15. Number 54 makes the tackle. Gain of 1 yard. That brings up 3rd and 14.
Cougars defense here continuing to look good. Part of battling a cold is I need to make sure that I sneeze when I can actually sneeze. And then I need to clear everything out. So that's why my camera will disappear and my audio will disappear. From time to time, that was almost an interception on 3rd and 14. But a great first down defense play there by the Cougars, force a 2nd and 15 with a run that went for a 1 yard gain. And then that's only the second time that the Huskies have thrown the ball. And you can kind of see why. It doesn't seem like they have a ton of confidence in their passing game. He threw that into triple coverage, and it should have been passed. He flipped again. What a cool guy. Butch T. Cool-ger, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, God. That was so good. That was such a good joke. High-five myself for that one. Butch T. Cool-ger. Got him. Oh, dropped it in right at midfield. 1st and 10. The Cougars looking good here. Now, if you're not from the Pacific Northwest, and if you don't watch Washington State Cougar football, which I understand, there's a phrase that we have up here called "Cougin' it," and it is snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. That is an incomplete pass. I thought it might have been a fumble, but it was actually just an incomplete pass. Cougin' it is having a big lead, like the Cougars actually had this year against UCLA. They were up like an absurd amount of points. It's one of the biggest comebacks in NCAA history. They blew a lead late in the game of absurd proportions. I think it was like 30 points. And that is the optimal definition of Cougin' it. Having a big lead and just not finishing the game. Cougars out to the left yet again. He's having a tremendous success out there in that. The short little passes, getting just enough yards to get another first down here. And earlier in the game, I was a little concerned that the fast pace of the offense was a detriment, but it seems to actually be helping them. They're just kind of dinking and dunking down the field, keeping the Huskies defense on the field, as the Cougars defense is playing really well. I don't think Washington has a first down yet. Keep going, 3 and out. That was nearly a pick. That should have been a pick. He had it in his hands, but sometimes you hear that the age-old football joke of that's why you play defensive back and not wide receiver, because you can't catch the ball. Oh my God. Are you going to let me open you now? Thank you. Ooh, right over the middle. Not really much going there. It's going to bring up a 4th and 4, 4th and 5. He called for the ball for some reason. He was like, I'm open, coach. Or quarterback. So 4th and 6 will bring out the field goal unit. It is up and it is good. So the Cougars send their lead out to 13-0. Washington, their defense doing a good job. They've broken once and given up a touchdown, but they've been able to hold the Cougars to a 3 and out and 2 field goal attempts. So that's good. So the Huskies are only, 1 or 2 good drives away from tying, potentially taking the lead. The question is, can the Huskies offense get something going here? Because they have not been doing a whole lot. Elect to go through the air there. Nice little dump pass there for 7 yards. Find a little hole in the zone there and set up a short second down. 2nd and 3. Oh, yeah. Talk to him. Kiss him. Husky 2nd down and 3. Oh, they fired through. What a defensive play. Probably would have been a good time to go for a play action pass right there. Just as far as they have the Cougars fully buying the run game. Let's see what they draw up here on 3rd and 6. What looked like a promising start with a 7-yard gain. All of a sudden, 3rd and medium. Oh, it's a run, and he can't quite get there. He got 4. He needed 6. It's 4th down and 2. The draw was a good idea. I like that. I like that play call. Just the Cougars' defense closed in really, really well on the running back there. So the Huskies will punt yet again, which unfortunately means that the Huskies' defense is going to have to come back out. And I'm sure that the Huskies' defense has only got so much gas in themselves. They need a longer drive. They need a more sustained drive to get their defense some rest. I don't think that matters in the mascot game, but it might. And plus, it makes me sound smart. So, you know, all day to throw, and he picks that. All right, probably a little high there. He had some room to run, but you know, 4 yards, still 4 yards, still a positive gain. 2nd down and medium. Snapping the ball. Another short little pass. Huskies doing a great job rallying to the ball. Setting up a 3rd and 2. Kind of the pistol formation there. Ooh, couldn't hold on to it. And the Huskies force another 3 and out. So I think it's been, let's see. I think the Huskies defense has gone field goal, or the Cougars offense, I should say. Cougars offense has gone field goal 3 and out, touchdown 3 and out, field goal 3 and out. So next drive they'll probably score. But a nice quick possession will definitely help the Huskies defense. First down and 10, 5:38 remaining here in the first quarter of the Apple Pie Cup 1. He tried to flip, and it didn't do anything. It looked cool. Whoop! And he got tackled. That was unintentionally Chris Berman. I don't yell it nearly. I can't yell it as loud as he does. I don't have the vocal capacity today. All right, another handoff on 2nd and 14. He'll bring up 3rd and 12. So the Huskies not really finding much in the passing game. I believe they have like 7 yards passing. What probably should have been an interception. Washington 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions here. Cougars look like they're switching up the defensive play a little bit. Working with the motion off the edge. Trying to get to the quarterback. There is a 1st down conversion. 1st and 10 up to the 42-yard line. Nice little in route there. That Cougar's upset. Like, damn it. I converted a 3rd down. Dang it. Snaps the ball. Cougars still getting through the line pretty easily. They're getting good pressure on the run game. Realize I left my other TV on. 2nd down and 4. Another handoff. Bounces around to the outside. There you go. Nice run up the left side. Look at that nice little spin move there. 45-yard line or so. Washington 1st down and 10. This is what they need, a sustained drive here. You can get to the Cougars. You can get to them because they use an air raid offense that has a tendency to kind of go dry sometimes. Go dry? That's a weird way to phrase it. They can go cold. That's a better way to say it. Get some shorter possessions out of them, 3 and outs, and kind of get to their defense a little bit. With a little 3-4 set here. Blitz. Gets picked up nicely by the Huskies. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Nice little pass. Oh, nice move.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
So Harry Husky looking at a 3rd down, 5 yards, so on the 39-yard line. This was about where Cougars took a field goal. Pass out to the left is almost picked off. It was a little floaty there. Too high for the receiver to get it, but forces a 4th and 5. And almost an interception, actually. So the Huskies looking to get on the board here. 4th down and 5. Long field goal is good. 13-3. 8 plays, 42 yards in a minute and 52 seconds. 56-yard field goal. So 2 of the field goals we've had are 55 yards plus today. Cougars will take a knee in the end zone, and with 3:21 here in the first quarter, they'll take the field. See what they can do now. If we remember the pattern, points, 3 and out, points, 3 and out, points, 3 and out. There he goes. Nice out pass to his left side there. 1st down and 10 from the 37-yard line. 38-yard line, excuse me. Did my math backwards there. Lots of time there in the pocket. Looks like Huskies are content to just play... Content, I should say, not contempt. Content to just kind of play a zone and let them get these little 3-4 yard dink and dunk completions down the field. Out to the left. That's an interception. Nice one-handed grab by Harry Husky, and that's exactly what the Husky defense needed. They just didn't float it quite enough to get it to the receiver, who probably was open. Or maybe he floated it too much and needed more of like a bullet pass scenario to try and get it to the receiver quickly. But the Huskies very quickly turning it around in this game. Cougars defense now coming out after a very short rest. To an empty set here for the Huskies. Out to the left. Pass is complete for 8 yards. 2nd down and 2. That's a real long route there. See what the Huskies do here on 2nd down and 2. Cougars defense is showing some leakage here in the last couple of drives. Hand the ball off. Nice run up the middle. That'll be a 1st down to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Nice little hole there for him to run through. With like the center got a block into the 2nd level. That's what you want to see if you're running the football. Another nice run. 4-yard gain. Looked like he might have had the opportunity to get stuffed there at the line of scrimmage, but a nice little move out to the left gave him a 4-yard gain. So 13-3 here. 2nd and 6. Winding down the first quarter. He tried to do the sweet flip, but unfortunately it's going to be a 5-yard loss. He tried.
That makes it 3rd and 11.
Pardon me. Third down and 11. Cougars could use a stop here. Got pressure on the quarterback, made him throw the ball quickly. 4th down and 9 now for the Huskies. Now a field goal here, still great. It puts it to a 1-score game. And a great kick. There's been really long field goals. 56 yards. 2 of those from that distance for the Huskies kicker. The ball gets kicked off. Way deep into the end zone. Cougars will just take a knee, and they'll need to regroup here. Now only up by a touchdown. Coming off the interception. So the Cougars quarterback brings it to the line under center. 2 wide receivers, now 3 after some motion, 1 back. He'll run the ball up the middle-ish. He took a weird little route there towards the end. Had an opportunity probably to pick up the 1st down, but because he moved to his left, all of a sudden he got play action pass. I don't know if they're going to give him. They'll give him the 1st down. Okay. Looked like he caught it right at the line of gain. They'll give him a generous spot. Husky fans, I'm sure, are writing their conspiracy theories right now. A lot of traffic going. Oh, that should have been a pick. That absolutely should have been an interception. Oh my goodness. That was a bad throw. Looked like the pocket was getting a little bit cluttered there. Mostly his own players, though. Little triple option there. Not much going. 3rd down and 7. This is where the Husky defense needs to just buckle down here. Come past that 1st down line. Cougars do here. Dropbacks pass. That should have also been a pick. There should have been like 4 interceptions at this point in the game. The Cougars dropped an interception. The Huskies have now dropped 2 interceptions. And then, of course, we had the one that was actually an interception. And the punt team comes out. So after 1 first down, Cougars a little too powerful there. Kick it into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Washington down 7. 30 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter. Which didn't actually take a terribly long time. Thankfully, oh, that almost was a pick. He did the flip. Oh, it almost worked. Well, I guess technically it did work. Look at him come across the line here, across the formation, I should say. Throwing it out this way. Flipped and got that guy to break his ankles. And he'll march up the field for a 1st down here. That guy's bummed. Just super bummed. And you know what? I would be too if I was out there in a mascot costume and I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He just side flipped me, you know? Nice tackle there. 2nd down and 8.
Number 45 brings him down at the 41-yard line.
I don't think I've ever streamed this early before, but there's like a sun level coming through like right here. That is right in my eyes where I want to sit. That'll bring us... Oh boy. That'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Washington State 13, Washington 6 after 1. Great start to the game here. Alright, field's flipped, which means my directions are going to be all kinds of goofed up here. 13-6, the graphics are a little glitched here. It'll fix itself in a moment. 1st down and 10, though, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know exactly what down and distance that was. Hang on, my camera's going to disappear here for a second. 1st down and 10, 13-6. Huskies in Cougar territory. Kind of a short drop there. He's going to get sacked for a loss of 2.
That's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
So a 2nd down and 12 will get another loss of 3 yards. 3rd and 15 here. He did a sweet flip. The Huskies really liking to use those. They've used, I think, like 4 or 5 of them, and only one of them has done anything positive. They keep using them in the backfield, which allows the Cougars time to rally to the ball. But when they jump backwards. So instead of like a 2 or 3 yard loss, it's like a 4 or 5 yard loss. That is a huge gain and a touchdown for Harry Husky and the Cougars. Or excuse me, the Huskies now only down 1. That was a great throw. See if we get a replay here. Cougars got caught looking in the backfield there. Opened him up for a wide open touchdown. 13-12 now. The Huskies now on a 13-0 run. Well, extra point pending here. Now they are on a 13-0 run. 49-yard touchdown pass.
Washington is lined up for the kickoff. Number 2 deep to return.
Out of the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. We'll see if the Cougars can regather themselves here. Quarterback's been a little rocky since he threw that interception. Threw another couple of passes that probably should have been intercepted. Plenty of time. Not to his left yet again, and he'll get the first down.
Number 26 makes the tackle.
Able to get around the defender and get up the field just enough.
That makes it 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 from the 31. Gonna hand the ball off. He tried to flip, but it doesn't do anything, and now it's 2nd and 15 at least, maybe even more. Down 15. Just over a minute and a half gone here in the 2nd quarter. Well, almost a minute and a half gone.
Number 82 with the reception. Number 18 on the tackle.
Gain of 7 there. Cougars need 8 for a first down. They're going to play action pass. Out to his right. Nice play there. He stood in there, took the hit. Delivered the ball for a first down. So good play there to convert a pretty long 3rd down. That's not what you want. You do not want 3rd and 8. You don't want 2nd and 15. You want that though. 6-yard gain on first down will bring up 2nd down and 4.
At the 47-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
A little flip to his right. Yep, that makes sense. Flips over to his right, and it is 3rd and 1. So the Huskies and the Cougars both going for style points. Both looking okay. Not great. Oh, the sack is going to take him way back. That sucks. He didn't need much. Wonder what the coverage was looking like downfield. But he probably just didn't have time to get the ball away. And the Huskies come through on 3rd and 1. I don't know if I would run a play-action pass there with what the Cougars have been doing on offense, which is mostly just throwing the ball. I don't know if the Huskies are going to think like, oh, man, he's running the ball. It's like, no, they're not. A little too much power yet again. And Washington will start at the 20. 1st and 10 on a 13-0 run here. 12:21 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Cougars defense needs to clamp down a little bit here more. What? Clamp down a little more here. Boy. Shout out to Sickness and Dayquil. 6-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 4.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Handoff is good for a first down off the right side for a gain of about 5. We'll put him up at the 31-yard line. This game will actually be played tomorrow in real life. When we play tomorrow, they're going to bait him across. That's going to be an offside on the Cougars. Encroachment. So 1st and 5, making it even easier for the Huskies to get another first down here. Snaps the ball back, taking the shotgun formation. Looks like they brought a little... That's an interception, and there may not be anybody there to get him. He stepped out of bounds. Just kidding. That looked great. I did not anticipate his momentum carrying him out of bounds. There's no one there. There's nobody there. And he just stepped out. That's a big momentum swing for the Cougars, who are already technically in field goal range because both teams have been willing to try and go for, and make, I should say. That's a pick. That should have been a pick. Are you kidding? That was an awful pass. Huskies drop another opportunity. Maybe the Cougar quarterback is feeling a little rushed here. We'll play action there. That's a... What are you doing? Butch T. Cougar, what are you doing? That is 2 passes in a row that should have been interceptions. 2 for 8 on third down conversions. Let's see. Another incomplete pass, and I think they'll still go for a field goal. Nice pickup on the blitz. That's going to knock him out of field goal range. 5 sacks, 11 hurries, a knockdown. Probably like what should be 14 interceptions. And the Cougars will have to punt. So the really great opportunity, good field position, great opportunity, turns into no points. And another punt that is too powerful. So the Huskies will start yet again on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. What started fast for the Cougars is really cooled down here, giving the Huskies the opportunity to stick around in the game, tie it up. Currently, the Huskies have scored the last 13 points, 2 field goals, and a touchdown after the Cougars jumped out to a 13-0 lead with 2 field goals and a touchdown of their own. Nice finding a little soft spot. That was a nice throw. 4 receptions for 81 yards. He must have the 47-yard touchdown because I don't think they've really thrown much other than that. He has that number of yards. First and 10 brings up a 2nd and 1. Nice 9-yard throw there. Tried to look like they tried to jam him on the line there. My words are trying to come out. My mouth is not ready for them. Blah, 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 blah. Second down and 1 at about 48 maybe. Nice play. Oh, they had him in the backfield. Instead, he'll bounce out to his left. And he'll make the first down. Cougars defense looks like it's getting a little worn down here. Their quarterback has clearly been rattled. He has thrown some really ugly passes that should have been interceptions. But as it stands, 13-13, 1st and 10, 40-yard line. Deep drop, and that's another interception. Wow. That's a poor pass, probably off his back foot, I would guess. Just couldn't get enough on it. No, he actually was able to... Okay, never mind. I thought maybe he was still dropping back when he threw it, but no, he had his feet set, and it just wasn't enough. Great play by the defense, the Cougars defense. We have a 1st and 10, Washington State. I'll throw it incomplete.
Number 83, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and
Never had control of the ball. Not that it matters. They blew the play dead anyway, so. Big bomb by the Cougars. He's got it, a touchdown! Hey! There you go, Washington State. Get back out in front. Got behind the defender. Nice play there. Reeled it in for the touchdown. Must have been like a 60-yard bomb. So 19-13.
the extra point attempt is good.
Kickoff there. Oh shoot, I didn't see
The kickoff is down.
how long that pass was. Doesn't matter. It was real long. So the Huskies had a ton of momentum working in their favor. Scored 13 unanswered points, and since then they've thrown 2 interceptions on offense. We'll see what they elect to do here now, only down 1 score. They'll go back to running the ball. That's what they started doing. They really didn't want to throw unless they had to on 3rd and longs. And even then, there were a couple of opportunities for the Cougars to pick the Washington Huskies off. They just weren't able to bring the ball down. The Huskies one time on third down threw into a three. What the heck am I trying to say? Triple coverage. That's what I'm trying to say. Another run, another fumble, and the Huskies pick it up. Oh boy, nice play there. Fumbled the ball, but the Husky offensive player right there to pick it up. The Cougars miss another opportunity to cause another turnover. That would have been tremendous field position. We'll see what the Huskies draw up here on 3rd and 17. This is a good opportunity to get off the field if you're the Cougars defense and see if you can carry that momentum into another drive and more points. Deep throw for the Huskies. It's going to be incomplete. It looked good. The ball popped out there right at the end. We'll see if we get a replay here. Nope, we don't. We don't get a replay. We just get a punt.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 9. So the poor field position for the Huskies allows the Cougars to get pretty good field position here after the punt. Unfortunately, they haven't done anything. 2 plays have gained them 1 yard. 3rd down and 9. The Huskies only rushed 3. They're going deep yet again. He's open. He's open. He's going to be able to get it there. Yes, touchdown, Cougars. 26-13. All of a sudden, the Cougars are firing on all cylinders. Not exactly sure what happened there on the defensive back end, but it was more open than you would think he would be. Last gasp effort there for the Huskies. And it's a touchdown, and all of a sudden, what was a tie game, and with the Huskies having all the momentum, all of a sudden now the Cougars are up 26-13, extra point pending. Extra point up and good. So 27-13, 14 unanswered for the Cougars. So it's gone a little streaky here. A lot of plays over 50 yards, 57-yard, a touchdown pass. The Huskies have 2 field goals at 56 yards. So we'll see what the Huskies do here. It's been a streaky game. Cougars came out, got to a 13-0 lead. Huskies marched back, tied it 13-13. And since then, the Cougars have done a good job at scoring some points. Almost had an opportunity for a sack. He tried to flip again.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
And nothing doing there. So 27-13. 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard gain. Halfway through the 2nd quarter here.
Gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
A fumble! Another fumble! And the Washington offense is there to pick up the loose ball just immediately. That's 2 fumbles in the last couple drives, 2 drives, 3 drives maybe. Huskies lucky to fall back on it, and all of a sudden it's 4th and 3. That was a booming punt. The blocking team just missed their assignments there. They had enough people to Had enough people to block. Here we see some Cougars touchdowns. 3 passing touchdowns, 2 field goals, and a 27-13 lead. We'll see what they have drawn up here. We're 6 receptions, 161 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the last touchdown came on a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. So the Huskies were right there to get off the field. Floats it too high for anybody to get. 2nd down and 10. So the Huskies were right there. What a swing. Because you go like, hey, 3rd down and 10, or 3rd down and 9, we're about to get off the field. And then instead you give up a touchdown. That's got to be back-breaking there. Big deep pass yet again. He's open yet again. He's going to go. Touchdown again, Cougars. This game is great. This game's awesome. 33-13. That guy's shirt was glitching. What the hell was happening there? Huskies fans just sitting there going, what? What are we watching? Well, you're watching a football game, sir. Possibly broadcast live on twitch.tv/OnSourceRex. As the Cougars score 3 unanswered touchdowns. I wonder if that's the same Cougar that already has 2 touchdowns. He had, what, 6 receptions, 161 yards or whatever absurd number it was.
The extra point attempt is good.
The Cougars now up 34-13. Now, I'd be more excited, but I've watched enough Cougar football games in my life to know that I shouldn't be.
Back to return.
Huskies take a knee
For a touchback.
in the end zone. Now a 21-point lead, which is going to force the Huskies to throw the ball, which hasn't been their strong suit.
Number 88 makes the grab. Number 42 makes the tackle at the 35-yard line. That'll move the change for another Washington.
He says as they complete a pass. Hasn't been what's worked. It seemed like they started to get a little bit of the run game going, but kind of fell apart here recently. And now they don't really have the option. Who got the... I believe the Cougars are going to... The Huskies are going to receive the ball in the second half? I can't remember. Shoot. I should have made a clearer mental note there. Because depending on who receives the ball, like let's say, for example, the Huskies receive the second half kick. They can double up and they can cut this to a 1-score game. They can make a nice, long, methodical drive here. They can run the ball. They can do the same thing coming out of the tunnel for the second half, and all of a sudden, you're right back in it. It's a nice pass out to his left.
That's good enough for another Washington. First down.
Ooh, that's great time. Look at that. Tremendous timing. He wasn't even out of his break before the ball left the quarterback's hand. I can't tell if that's a player or the actual mascot. I would guess it's the actual mascot, but I don't know. Under 6 to go here in the second quarter. 34-13 is our score. Too high for anybody. Out of bounds. Incomplete pass. So the Huskies will work with a 2nd down and 10. You wonder if they want to maybe take a little more time off the clock and try not to give Washington State too much time to get the ball back. Of course, it hasn't really mattered. The Cougars have scored quickly. There's a big ball, and that's a touchdown for the Huskies. No sense in delaying it if you're that wide open. That is a nice touchdown pass right there. And just like that, Huskies on the board. 34-19 now. Up and good.
The Washington Huskies has lined up for the kickoff. Number 2 deep to return.
Kick deep into the end zone. He'll just take a knee, and it'll be 1st and down on the 20. Cougars now only up 14. See what the Husky defense comes out to do. All kinds of time. Dumps down to the middle. Second down and 4 after a 6-yard gain. Another sweet flip. Those of you keeping score at home, there have been quite a few of them. Nice pass. Nice short pass will give him a first down.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Gain of 6 on the play, as the PA announcer tells me in my headset. It was a gain of 6. Just kind of finding the soft spots. Dinkin and Duncan, 9-yard gain there, 2nd and 1.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Cougars drop back. Oh, that was a bad move. The quarterback handed the ball off and then shot through a gap, but for whatever reason, the running back decided that it was a good idea to flip, and instead of gaining any yards, he lost one. So 3rd and 2, free blitz coming. That'll get home. And yet again, the Huskies hold them on 3rd down. There's a couple of not great drives in a row for the Husky defense, but they come through, giving their offense another opportunity here with 4:38 remaining in the second quarter to bring it one score closer. Punt is away. It's a nice punt inside the 20. Oh, he was too powerful. He's just getting too much on the ball. He's not able to pin him deep. He's able to kick it into the end zone. Deep bomb, interception. Intercepted. Wow. He read that the whole way. Had his eyes back there the whole time. It was a bad decision by the Washington quarterback. Okay, he was all over it. So the Cougars will take over after just that. Now the Cougars laughing at the Husky. Oh, boy. It's getting ugly on the sidelines. The mascots are about to fight. That actually happened one time. I think it was the Oregon Duck. Like, genuinely fought the other mascot. Not like in like a playful way, but in like a I am seriously going to kick your ass way. That's an interception right back, and it was almost the same situation where, let's watch the replay here. I think I turned around right there. Just not enough over the top to get him into it. That's a very tight window the quarterback was trying to throw into. And now the Husky gets to laugh at the Cougar. So how'd that work out for you there, Butch T. Cougar? Probably not very well, I'd imagine. So it is 1st and 10 for the Washington Huskies here on the 32-yard line.
Number 20 on the tackle at the 44-yard line. That'll move the chains for another Washington. First down.
So nice play there. Gives the Huskies a 1st and 10. A little over 4 minutes remaining here. An empty set, 5 wide. Nice little dump pass there. Just a short little run and sit, and I'll throw you the ball. Bam. 5 yards and
That makes it 1st and 10.
a little run after the catch, and that'll give them a 1st and 10 into Cougar territory. Cougars looked like they were going to snatch momentum back from the Huskies with an interception, and they threw it. I mean, they threw it immediately. Threw it back. Like, you know what? I don't actually want this. This is too much pressure. Would you like the ball back? Deep pass, and that is picked off again. Interception Fest 2019. Forget calling it the Apple Pie Cup. Just call it Interception Fest. The Huskies and the Cougars just trading picks, and the Cougar gets to laugh for the moment. (34-20). The Huskies had a little bit of a drive going there too. Cougars out. Oh, nice little 5-yard gain there. 2nd down.
That's a gain of 5 on the
half the
play.
distance that they had on first
That brings
down.
up 2nd and 5.
Still up 14. Opportunity to extend the lead here as they work with their hurry-up offense. Oh, nice deflection by the Husky defender right there. Has an incomplete pass.
The intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Third down and 5. Deep pass. That should have been picked. Should have been picked. It was a good decision on the throw, like kind of where to do it. You just need a little more air under that ball to get over the defender, because that receiver was 2 steps ahead of the nearest defender. But a great athletic defensive play there by the Huskies. Actually feel the punt, but he'll fumble it. The Cougars are going to recover the ball. Oh my goodness. Harry Husky had about 14 Butterfingers before he jumped onto the field. And that fumble actually cost them. The other 2 were recovered by the offensive player. That was to nobody. Butterfinger is the official bar of the Washington Husky.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Huskies. I hear Harry Husky. He was in line to be the spokesperson for Butterfingers before Bart Simpson came on and took it away from him wide open. 1st and 10. Get your hands off my Butterfingers, man! I gotta fumble the ball, like that. And they're like, you know what? We're gonna go with Bart Simpson. Butterfinger BBs. You remember Butterfinger BBs? It's always. I see articles that are like, oh, he's wide open for the touchdown, but he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds. Damn it! What are you doing? I mean, I'm a commentator. I have to be right in the middle. Anyway, Butterfinger BBs. I see articles all the time. It's like 90s stuff people want brought back, and Butterfinger BBs are always like #1. I'm like, I don't understand why people want this. Just eat a Butterfinger. Open in the corner of the end zone. That's a touchdown. Cougars. The game is having trouble keeping track of the score. 40-20 now. The Cougars stretch their lead back out to 3 scores. That was right in the corner of the end zone as well. It's a good thing that the Cougars were able to walk away with 6 points on this one. 7 with the extra point, but I don't know if that was actually a catch. That looked awful. Oh, we get a review? I don't think it's just gonna stand. Look at the way the hitboxes are all goofed up. He's like way out of
After review, call the field stands.
It stands? What? Oh man, that wasn't even close. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, I'm sure that the game is looking at it from a very weird perspective, because it looked like the hitboxes collided and like took him out of bounds, and like the ratios wrong. He was like 2 yards out of bounds. It wasn't even close. Oh man. A little bit of a game recap here as we watch the interceptions that the Huskies have thrown. He throws that away. I don't want to watch that. Grey's Anatomy's on at 8. Grey's Anatomy takes place in Seattle. 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He does have 260 yards. Nice tackle there. So with 2:31 remaining, 7 receptions, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. The receivers are able to get loose against these secondaries and go for big plays. Turnovers have really slowed them down. Poor decision making by the quarterbacks. That's an awful interception. Are you serious? That's 5 interceptions in the first half. Oh, and that one, the Cougar was looking back the whole time. Oh, no. He was going to do the flip, but he just didn't. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars, who throw it right back to him. Oh, no. That was terrible. That was a whole mess of players, and none of them were good. None of them. Wow. That was a screenplay that went horribly, horribly wrong. Nice defensive play. So basically, the Cougars gave it right back to where the pass would have been completed anyway. We have Interception Fest 19 continuing. Flip in the backfield. No good. 2nd down, 14 yards to go. We approach the 2-minute warning here. Timeout Washington to stop the clock with 2:01 remaining. Fumble! The Cougars are going to recover the fumble. Remember, Butterfinger bar is the official bar of the Washington Huskies. About 14 of them. Oh, a nice hit by the defense there. And the Huskies unable to take advantage of the mistake that the Cougars made, who were unable to take advantage of the mistake that the Huskies made. (41-20) here in the first half. 1:57 remaining. 1st and 10. See if the Cougars kind of just opt to run the ball, run the clock out a little bit. They took a timeout after running on 1st and 10. They'll get an encroachment penalty here, which will make it 2nd and 2. Just a reminder, I'm not actually playing this game. This is all the computer on the hardest difficulty. And we are just watching, enjoying a 3-touchdown lead by the Cougars. Nice pass down the middle there. Cougars probably shouldn't take a timeout there. They have plenty of time here with 1:49 remaining. The clock does stop on 1st down inside 2 minutes until it is ready for play. So if you get a 1st down, I guess the game kind of freezing and glitching, trying to decide who needs to get an interception to make this game competitive. It's like, oh, I'm on page 6 of the script, but I don't see this part. That was nearly another interception. Probably should have been. For as many interceptions as the teams have thrown, there have been 3 or 4 more passes, especially on the Cougar side, that should have been interceptions. Like, he just throws it directly to a Husky, and it's like, oh, cool. Like, thanks for doing that. Oh, instead he's just going to get wide open and break it loose for another touchdown. 47 points in the first half. Oh my goodness. 47-20. Maybe this is an omen of good things to come for the Cougars tomorrow. Or it'll be the literal exact opposite. 48-20. So a 28-point game now. 63-yard touchdown. They went 76 yards in 4 plays. Only 30 seconds off the clock. So Washington still with time to draw it a little bit closer. And I think they get the second half kickoff. So they can realistically, if they can double dip here, score, not let the Cougars score, and then score again immediately out of the third quarter, all of a sudden you've cut it down to a 14-point deficit. I've said that probably 3 times at this point, and the Huskies just keep throwing interceptions. Oh, instead he's going to get behind the defense, and that's going to be a big, long play, and touchdown. Touchdown right back. 48-26 now. 1 play. Just got behind the defender there that took a bad step. A couple of diving tackle attempts are not able to get him. And that is going to be a touchdown. So Harry Husky, now he needs his defense to come through for him. That's what he needs. Harry Husky, you got to get the defense to get a stop. You can't give up another touchdown, otherwise it's all for naught. And then instead of a 3-score game or a 3-score game going into halftime, you've given up like 55 points to the Washington State Cougars in the first half. So it is now 48-27. If you're curious as to why it's not even sevens, they've been trading touchdowns. 2 field goals by each team, 2 long field goals by each team. Both the Huskies field goals were 56 yards. The Cougars have a 55-yarder and one that's closer. We'll take a look at some highlights here from the Husky defense. They've done a good job at forcing 3-and-outs. They've got a number of sacks on the Washington State quarterback, like 6 or 7. Oh, there you go. Just kidding. That's the one guy's stats. Never mind. As a team, the Huskies have 6 or 7 sacks, but they've given up a ton of big plays, and their secondary has been torched by these Cougar receivers. They bring 4. Nice underneath pass there. 6-yard gain. We'll see what the Cougars do here. The clock does not stop unless it's a first down. You get a first down, it'll stop until we're ready for play. The Cougars wasted 8 seconds and then called a timeout. What? Free blitz, and the Huskies will take a timeout with 3rd and 12 coming. 5 for 14. 3rd down conversions today. They'll just run the ball, which will force the Huskies to take their last timeout. So it's a 4th and 16 with 56 seconds remaining. That was a very ugly and very fast drive for Washington State, who's gone cold before. They've gone... Oh, that's right. They muffed the punt, too. That was part of the issue that the Huskies had. I forgot about that. Little out pass there. 5 yards. 2nd down. Out of bounds, so the clock will stop. 48-27. The Huskies have a really nice opportunity here. I'm assuming that they get the kick. That they get the second half kick. I can't wait to be wrong. Deep pass. He's wide open. That's a touchdown. There were 6 Cougars there for some reason, but the receiver was able to get behind them, and it's now 48-33. Yeah, there were 4, 5. Just playing a weird kind of defense, trying to prevent that exact thing from happening, but some kind of issue happened, and all of a sudden the Huskies have scored back-to-back touchdowns to draw within 2 scores. Kick it up and good. So 48-34 with 38 seconds remaining. The Cougars have 1 timeout left. You wonder if they just say, you know what, we need to just go into halftime. We're giving up way too many plays on defense, and for as good of an idea as it is to try and go for big bomb passes, if a turnover happens or something like that, there's a high likelihood that the Huskies can inch closer and get another touchdown. That's what they'll do. They're going deep. He's wide open. Oh my God. I swear this is on the hardest difficulty. I don't know what is going on. It is 54-34. Oh my goodness. I forgot how much these hats hurt my ears. So just a wide open Cougar hanging out. Come on. Ouch. There we go. See if that helps the issue. Tighten it up a little bit. Kick is up and good, so it's 55-34. So the Huskies had their opportunity. They took advantage of their opportunity. They were able to cut it down to 2 scores and immediately give up a touchdown to the Cougars. God, I'm really worried that something like went wrong. Maybe the Huskies will take a knee.
That's a loss of 1 yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Trying to see if I could look at my own footage, but I can't. So college football here on twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex. We've reached halftime. It is 55-34. It's a 3-score game heading into halftime. A lot of turnovers. Kind of a messy football game. A lot of big plays. And it looked like it was going to be, early on, it looked like it was actually going to be more of a defensive struggle. It got locked at 13-13 for a little bit. Cougars will kick the ball to the Huskies, who elected to just take a knee and go into halftime down three scores. Look at some highlights here of the Washington State defense taking the ball away from the Huskies. So we'll see what they can do here. Really a golden opportunity wasted. They had it down to 14 points. They got the kickoff. They got the kickoff for the second half. Opportunity to cut it down to 7. That's an incomplete pass. It looked like it was close though. Could have been a fumble. Easily could have been a fumble. That first half took an hour and 10 minutes or so because I goofed up earlier. We start. Ooh, nice tackle. Just going to get across the first down. So he has 422 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That is terrible. And most of that, minus some of those yards, I think like 8 or 9, 10 of those yards, all in the first half. So we are on pace for a barn-burning shootout here. Another immediate tackle made. 5 receptions, 78 yards, 1 touchdown.
That brings up 2nd and
For
5.
wide receiver number 8, I assume is who they would be highlighting in that scenario.
Number 34 brings him down. Gain of 6
Wide receiver number 3 has 5 receptions for 122 yards and a touchdown as well. Those long plays set up opportunities for big stat points. Oh, nice sack on 1st and 10 to bring up 2nd down and 18. That's a huge loss with a deep drop. Handoff. Little flips in the backfield. Not much going there. 2-yard gain. So 3rd down and 16.
for a gain of 3 yards. 3rd down.
Ooh, he's going to get sacked and bring up 4th and 22. Looked like he almost got away from it, but a nice defensive play there by the Cougars. He just spun around and just couldn't keep his balance. He had some green there if he could have kept his balance a little bit. It looked like a receiver was calling for the ball. It did not appear that he was open, though, considering that there were 3 Cougars in that single shot with him. He's like, I'm open. Pass me the ball. Trying to make sure my hand's in frame here. Pass me the ball. And the quarterback's like, there's 3 people, and I've already thrown 5 interceptions. I don't need to make it 6. I don't need help making it 6 interceptions. Cougars with a nice little run back there. They'll set up shop at the 26-yard line. It's the game track here. We'll see some Husky highlights. That was a muffed punt. Free blitz. The free blitzes have worked really well against the Cougars offense. They've been able to get an extra guy in there to come in unblocked, untouched, and just get to the quarterback in key situations on some 3rd downs and give their offense the ball back. Another blitz. Not a whole lot going there as far as
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5. Number 37 makes the tackle. Call it
Whew,
gain
that
of
was a
11
sneeze.
yards.
That was a sneeze. 1st down and 10 for the Cougars.
Incomplete pass. Number 3 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10. The pass is incomplete. Number 83, the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
That 1,000% should have been a pick. 1,000%. He had the ball in his hands, just couldn't come down with it. Cougars dropping back, 3rd down. Nice pass there. Couldn't quite get there. 4th and 1. We'll see if they punt here if they go for it. I would be tempted to go for it here. You had a lot of success against the Husky defense. And that's exactly what they're going to do. 4th and 1, up by 3 scores. They're going to go for it. And he's going to convert. That's going to be 1st and 10
Good for a gain of 6 yards.
for the Huskies. There's my webcam. Oh, man. Shout out to sneezing. It feels so good when you're sick. You're going to feel well. You're just like, achoo. And yeah. All right. So the Cougars convert a 4th and 1 for, like, no reason. They were kind of in no man's land. It's too long for field goal, probably too short to punt. They keep giving the Huskies the ball at the 20-yard line. They've had success against the Huskies defense. They are also up 3 scores, so I don't know. Oh, wow, what a pass. He was about to get clobbered from his blind side and zinged it in there for a pretty big gain. And that'll be 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Cougars knocking on the door, looking to score some more. And they'll do just that. That is a touchdown. That safety was just a second late. He was right there. That was a good recovery by him. The ball comes out. He'll come into frame. Okay, maybe not. Not as good. But NCAA also, the games have a weird tendency to give the defense a strangely powerful advantage sometimes where, like, it just seems like players have eyes in the back of their heads or they can make incredible leaps, but this wasn't one of those cases. Instead, it's another Cougar touchdown, and it is 62-34. This is absurd. It's getting to the point where I'm genuinely concerned that I accidentally goofed up the difficulty. I don't think I did, though. It just seems weird that the game would be this high scoring. But maybe that's what it is with, like, I don't know. I don't know. So 62-34 here. That was almost another interception.
Number 88, the intended receiver.
Cougar was right there.
That makes it 2nd and 10. Number 8 makes the catch. Call it a gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4. Huskies are going to get the 1st down because of the generous tackle that the Cougar made there.
36-yard line. 1st down.
Another nice pass there. So it looks like the Huskies working with something, a little bit of something here.
On the tackle at the 49-yard line. 1st down.
Up by 4 scores now. The Huskies need a little bit of something. Nice QB run here. He looked like he was going to try and do that sweet flip again.
Gain of 8 yards.
There's not a whole lot
That
going
makes it
there.
2nd and 2.
8-yard gain, though. And it'll be 2nd down and 2. Cougars up by 4 scores. The Huskies have plenty of time to make it interesting. The drives have been really quick and explosive in a lot of ways. A lot of long, deep pass plays. Of course, the Huskies quarterback has thrown a number of interceptions. I believe it's 5 now.
Gain of 8 yards.
It was at least 5 in the first half. He also threw 4 touchdowns in the first half as well. I think the Cougars scored off of a punt. So I don't think the Huskies have had anything tremendously terrible happen to them so far this half. Oh, that should have been a pick. Should have been an interception.
Number 8 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
That's 1 each this half for the should have been intercepted category. 2nd down and 10. Out pass there. 3rd and inches, stepped out of bounds just before crossing the 1st down marker.
That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Third down, inches to go. Short pass for a 7-yard gain or so.
That's good for a gain of 7
Nice play there. Convert a 3rd down. He was wide open. No one even in the way. He was going to try and flip again. Huskies have a little something going here. Flip in the backfield, it does not work out well. He didn't even need to. There was a nice gap there, but he tried to do a cool move instead of a... So they're just running straight forward. 2nd down, 11. Under 10 to go here, 3rd quarter. He flipped yet again with another big hole.
Gain of 1 yard.
Look at that gap. He had green for days in front of him. Oh, another should have been pick, and that was on a 3rd now, so it'll force a 4th and 10. The Huskies are probably going to want to go for it, but they will just take the points instead. So they get potentially 62-37. Kick is away. It's now a 25-point game. Cougars back with the ball. The Huskies are running out of time. It might start to become an issue here if they're going to start settling for field goals over touchdowns. See what the Cougars do here. Empty backfield. A little screen play. Goes for about 11 yards. 1st down.
Number 1 makes the tackle at the 36-yard line. 1st down.
Empty backfield. Surveys the field to his left.
18.
Find a 9-yard gain there.
Gain of 10 on the
And they'll
play.
work with a hurry-up offense.
That brings up 2nd
No
and 1.
interest in just running the clock out and preserving the lead. No. The Cougars, they throw the ball regardless. Oh, another zip. Not going to make it all the way to the end zone, but he'll get down inside the red zone.
That's a gain of 35.
19-yard line, 1st and 10.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Cougars are really starting to get on a roll here offensively. Picking apart this Washington Husky defense. Ooh, nice sack. That's a good time for a sack. I mean, if you give up a field goal, it's fine. You're trading field goals, which isn't great, but 8-yard sack definitely helps with that. Second down and 18. Now on the 27. Pass. Gets him right back down to 3rd and 4. So a nice little, was that 13-yard gain? Excuse me, 14-yard gain. 25-point game, 3rd and 4. Snaps the ball yet again out to his left. That's going to be, they'll give him forward progress, which will give him a gain of 1 yard, and the Cougars will more than likely settle for the field goal. So it'll make it potentially 65-37, which pushes the lead back up to 28. But the Huskies do a good job in making sure that the Cougars don't extend that lead to 69-37, which, you know, damn it.
The kickoff is down for a touchback.
So a 28-point game here. Still 4 scores, still time. If you're the Huskies, realistically, you probably want to get it down to 2 scores by the end of this quarter. Maybe. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do the trick. The Cougars aren't going to be able to get them. That's exactly what you want. I was in the middle of saying that maybe you get it to 1 score and you're driving by the end of the half, like you're in the red zone or something like that. But that will do the trick to bring it down to a 22-point with the extra point pending. A 22-point deficit. Butch T. Cougar, the mascot, get off the field. That's the big play that the Huskies have needed. God, that is quite the makeout session there. 65-43. 65-44 after the point after goes through. And it is a 21-point game.
Number 86 set to return.
See what the Cougars have dialed up here. They'll take a knee, take the ball at the 25-yard line, I believe. I believe the kickoff's 25, and then the punt has been the 20. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't think I was saying that earlier, making any sort of differentiation on that. Free blitz. That's an incomplete pass, and they're very lucky that was an incomplete pass and not a fumble. Cougars can't afford to fall apart now. They cannot blow a 28-point lead. There's a nice little pitch to the outside. Doesn't do anything. Actually loses him 2 yards. And the quarterback takes a hit. There just wasn't a whole lot going on out there. It was just Husky defenders. So 3rd down and 12. Cougars have scored some points on 3rd downs, and the Huskies defense has been vulnerable on 3rd downs in the past. They've also done a good job. The Huskies defense has either stopped them or like seemingly given up touchdowns on 3rd down. Like it's one or the other. Either you're punting or you're going to bring your field goal unit out for an extra point. This time they will force a punt. And the Cougars will get rid of the ball. Up 21. That drive did not take very long off the clock. We'll start to wind down some time. I'm just kidding. Oh, got around him. Oh, it's a nice little run back there. It looked like the Gunners on the Washington State side were going to have an opportunity to stop for no gain or no return yards. But he's able to make a move and get past a couple of defenders and get 7 yards. Or 11 yards. I don't remember which one it said. Harry Husky going deep. No, not intercepted. It looked like he had it. But no such luck.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
6:11 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. This is where you're going to start to see the weakness of the Cougars. They just throw the ball. They don't run it. Ideally, if you have a 21-point lead in the 3rd quarter, you're just kind of nursing it, and you're not. You're just kind of running the ball. But they throw, and it has caused them problems in the past. Granted, like the answer or the excuse or reasoning or whatever you want to call it, as they force a failed third down conversion, they'll get the ball right back. So the Huskies in turn don't take very much time off the clock. The argument is typically like, oh, they make sure to throw high percentage throws, or they use their running backs or they use their receivers like running backs, or they're whatever. It doesn't matter. They're throwing like short dink and dunk things down the field that allow them to keep the clock moving. But every time you drop the ball, the clock stops. So you just hand the ball off. This game shouldn't be in question, but it is because of just, it says as they run the ball.
Number 29 brings him down. Gain of 17 on the play. First down. Number 83 makes the catch. Call it a gain of 5 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6. Number 98 with the quarterback sack. Loss of 5 yards on the play. That makes it 3rd and 11.
Nice sack by the Husky defense here. I like the play a couple plays ago, running back out of the backfield, catching him for a nice gain to set up a first down. All right, so 3rd down and 11. Huskies probably dialing up some pressure here. That's exactly what they'll do. They didn't dial up any pressure, but they did get to the quarterback by just rushing 4. That'll force a punt. So the Cougars kind of unintentionally running the clock down in the way that most teams would, because they keep getting sacked. Now, ideally what you would do here is you would run the next 24 seconds off the clock, but instead they don't. There's a nice tackle by the special teams. Okay. Huskies, 4:33 remaining in the 3rd quarter. They're getting lots of offensive possessions. Ideally, at this point, you would probably have like 2 or 3 to go, maybe. But with the way the Cougars run their offense, and that they've been stopped, they've been stopped on 3rd down a couple of times, they should get some extra possessions out of it. So really the idea of like, oh, you got to cut it down to 1 score or 2 scores at this point is like kind of out the window. They do need to do a much better job of taking advantage of the Cougars being stagnant on offense, and maybe not doing that, but maybe doing that. What in the hell is happening? I don't know why they're celebrating. They don't have the ball. They intercepted them, immediately fumbled it, and the Huskies have it back. 1st and 10, down 21. That was an insane play. All right, here you go. Take advantage of the Cougars cooling down on offense. The defense has played well to get them off the field a couple times. Unfortunately, the Huskies almost made a nearly fatal mistake there, but they got the ball back. That's a wide open Husky. I don't know if he's going to be able to get to the end zone. He is. That's a touchdown for Washington, and it is 65-50 now. Extra point pending for the Huskies. Just able to get there before the safety moved over and knew what was going on. So 65-51. Now a 14-point game with 4:02 remaining in the third quarter.
The kickoff is down for a touchback.
This quarter itself has taken like 30 minutes. And there's still 5 minutes or 4 minutes left. Butch Cougar drops back. Incomplete pass. Kind of surprised that was an incompletion and not a fumble. Catch. It's right there. 1, 2. Honestly, that in today's game, that would be a penalty for hitting a defenseless receiver because he got hit before he even was able to turn his head around. So either way, it's 2nd and 10. Nice little screen pass up the middle there. Spin move to try and get some extra yards, but it ends up 3rd and 5.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Ouch. Oh, he got around the tackle. It looked like he was going to get stopped on 3rd down, but he actually made it across the first down line and got a lot of extra yards as well. So instead it's 1st and 10, right about midfield. Cougars going deep. That's a touchdown, Cougars. 71-50, whatever the hell the score is, 71-51. So the Cougars respond to the Huskies' touchdown with a touchdown of their own, and they keep that gap at 3 scores. This game is taking forever because they just keep scoring touchdowns. Nice play up and over the defender's head. He had the step he needed to get open and get the score. Oh, pardon me. So, point after touchdown is good. 72-51. 49-yard touchdown pass. 4 plays, 30 seconds. A 3-score game with 3 minutes remaining here. What do the Huskies have drawn up for us this time? Cougars pressure with 4. They're able to get incomplete, actually. It looked like he had maybe just a hair earlier, a split second earlier, and he gets that completion. But instead, the Huskies step out of bounds, and it's 2nd and 10. That's an interception. That is going back to about the 3-yard line. I thought that was going to be a completion, just from my perspective, from the perspective of the camera. I thought that was going to be good. But the Cougars, steps right in front of it. And he'll take it back inside the 5-yard line. Down to the 3. It is 1st and goal. And any momentum that the Huskies had is pretty much gone at this point. They're going to run a triple option. They flip it way back. That was a horrendous play. That lost 9 yards. For whatever reason, instead of continuing up the field around like he was supposed to, he bent back. The Cougars are lucky that they only lost yards and not the football there. That's a very dangerous play. Because there's a strong possibility that that ball kind of just goes onto the ground. Like he just throws it and there's no one there.
At the 4-yard line. That makes it 3rd and goal.
But the 3rd and goal. A running play. The Cougars don't get it. It's going to be 4th and goal. So the Huskies do a great job at stopping the Cougars and making sure that they hold them to a field goal instead of a touchdown. They were helped by the Cougars not running a smart play on 1st and goal. Oh boy. My voice is giving it all it's got. And we're not even 3/4 of the way through this game. For the love of God, run some time off the clock. It is 75-51.
Number 24, the ball carrier. That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Nobody was getting that throw. It was way over everybody's head. 4 for 15 on 3rd down conversions today. This is a good time for the Huskies to get one. 3rd down and 2. Nice little 5-yard pass there. Gets them a 1st down.
That makes it 1st and 10.
So still technically a 3-score game if the Huskies elect to go and can convert some 2-point conversions. So that field goal ends up being a little more important. Nice little flip move there.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Whoop. Whoop. 2nd down and 5. 24-point game. An absurd game, but I do appreciate that the Huskies are at least running some time down off this clock. It's been a lot of like 30-second clumps coming off at a time. There you go. They'll just work their way methodically down the field. Again, 3-score game. 2-point conversions. Probably should be attempted at this point. I don't know if I would continue trying to kick extra points. Of course, if you miss one, then you have to go for it anyway. So it's a little bit of a messy situation, but you have the opportunity here, down 24, to score 3 times with 2-point conversions and make up that gap. The defense has to come through a little bit. Using the referee there as a little bit of a defender.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Oh, I just ran right through him. Clipped right through him. Deep down the field, touchdown Huskies. This is our opportunity to see if they will indeed go for 2. All right, let's see what the Huskies have drawn up here. They're just going to go for 1. No, they are going to indeed go for 2. Try and cut it down to a 16-point game. This is the correct call. Spread out the Cougars defense with 5 wide receivers. And they'll not get it. He had that. He had it in his hands and just couldn't come down with it. Or no, wait. No, he got it. Didn't get it. What? No, he did not get it. God dang. I don't know why that threw me off so much. So the Cougars still up 3 scores technically. Up by a weird 18 points though. Yeah. I was trying to make sure the score is so wacky and bizarre and weird. And it's throwing my math off so bad. So 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Butch Cougar, let's not do this. Let's not throw the ball incomplete. There you go. Nice little play action pass there. 3rd down and 2 now. Surprised they're working with the play action. They haven't run the ball at all. I can't imagine the Huskies are biting on it. That's an interception. That's going to be probably a pick 6. No, okay. Spoke a little too soon. I thought he was going to I didn't expect that guy to be so quick. That was a nice defensive play. Whoever that was just showed up and was like, no, we're good. All right. So the Huskies, now another opportunity. One, to point and laugh at the Cougars. But two, can close it. You can close it to 10? Yeah, they can close it to 10. This, inadvertently, but this is what I was talking about. Of like, you can close it to like 2 scores, maybe 2 scores, and be driving. So they're right in the correct position that I was talking about earlier. At the end of 3, it is 75-57. Tons of big plays. An interception has set the Huskies up. I believe it's a 2nd and 5 now. They're inside the red zone. They'll flip it out to the left. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. A field goal, not the worst option here. Obviously not what you want, but if you go for 3, you cut it to 15, which is a touchdown, extra point, and a touchdown with a 2-point conversion. So they don't have to worry about it right now because that's a 1st down. Maybe a 1st and goal, depending on the spot of the ball. From what I can tell, the 1st and 10. What am I trying to say here? They don't have like a 1st and goal. No, they do. I don't know. That's a nice run up the middle. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. 30 rushes for 53 yards. Not great. Not a great statistical line, but doesn't matter. Drops back to pass. Pump fakes. Cougars rally to the ball and stop them. 3rd and 1. Huge 3rd and 1 here. With 14 minutes remaining here in the final quarter. Huskies are going to bring out their jumbo package. And he's going to be in for the touchdown. So with 75-63, they'll probably want to go for 2 here. They goofed up their opportunity to do the 3-score thing with a bunch of 2-point conversions. But probably go for 2 here anyway to make it a 10-point game. Touchdown and a field goal. The Cougars now really need to get something going on offense or run the damn clock out. Right up the middle, and it's going to be no good. So it'll still be a 2-score game, but this time they need 2 touchdowns. So 0 for 2 the Huskies are on 2-point conversions. Cougars honestly should have this well in hand, but they keep not doing that. Also, this game really needs the, run the clock down to, 10 seconds thing that they've implemented in some of the later football games. Ooh, boy. 2nd and 19 now.
That'll make it 2nd and 1.
That'll keep the clock moving, which is good. Oh, there you go. Nice pass. It's going to be up to looks like he's got him marked down to the 44-yard line. It was really hard to tell there because he got hit at the 42, but then he got pushed up to the 45. Oh, they have a little bit of a free play here. Almost threw an interception. Not that it would have mattered. So we'll make it a 1st and 5. Right about midfield. Nice pass out there into the flat. Up to the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. That referee up at the top looks like he's a yard back from where he should be. Oh, that was a dangerous, dangerous pitch. There was a Husky defender right in the middle of that.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. Cougars driving here. That's an interception. Oh, no. Oh, my. Washington State. There's no way you should lose this game. You were up by 28. $12:54 remaining here in the second half, or in the game, I should say. Don't even worry about the quarter. Nice stop with the run there. Nice run stop is what I was trying to say.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
$75-63 down 12. Huskies content running the ball. I'd be afraid to put it in my quarterback's hands exclusively at this point, and plus you have enough time to to try and rip off a run here and there. Now that you're only down 2 scores. Passing on 3rd and 11. Rolls out deep pass. That's not good. It's not good. It was either going to be not good for 2 reasons. Either 1, it was going to be intercepted, or 2, he was going to be wide open. Those were the only options. I don't think I've seen anything like overthrown like that deep. Because even a couple of times it's been like a little long. It was that the receiver still caught it, but he's just out of bounds. So the Huskies blew a golden opportunity to cut this to a 1-score game, and they just couldn't do it. That was a poor decision by the quarterback there. The Cougar was looking back the entire time. So 12:03 remaining, still 2-score game. Cougars set up shop right about where they lost it last time. 6-yard gain out in the flat there.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Nice complete pass. See, this is where all this, you run the clock down to 10 seconds. Immediately the game does for you. But I guess I just don't have that in here, or I did not turn it on. Washington needing a 3rd down stop here. Cougars, they are going to get a 1st down, down to the 30 or so.
Gain of 19 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
11:28 remaining. Oh, they still stopped the clock on 1st down. Okay, I thought that was with inside 2 minutes. I guess it just doesn't matter until it's inside 2 minutes. Up and over, Cougar touchdown. That is going to be another score. So the Cougars now up 81-63. This is absurd. I didn't think it was going to be this high scoring of a game. But I guess because of the way the clock works, that it doesn't run it down for you, there are so many more possessions. Just keep in mind, too, the Cougars had a very generous play stands situation. So they'll be up 19 now. So still a 3-score game, but now we're working with 2 touchdowns with 2 2-point conversions and a field goal. Cougars up 82-63 with 11:18. Because so many of these drives are only taking 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Very few of them are going over a minute. So 1st down here for the Huskies. A couple plays to get them up the field a little bit. Starting at the 36-yard line with this set of downs. Free blitz by the Cougars and a little screen pass by the Huskies. That's going to do... Oh, no! That was what they were looking for. That was such a great play. He was able to get it up the field, and then he fumbled the ball. Oh, no. Ran it out there. He had blockers. Quarterback took the hit and everything. Oh, look at this. A nice move there. He might have been down by contact. I don't know. We'll see if they review this.
The call on the field is under review.
It looked like he was going to be... It looked like he was down.
Call on the field is overturned.
Overturned. Okay. There you go. There you go, Washington. There's your opportunity. Because, I mean, the Cougars go in, do what? Put the nail in the coffin at this point. So under 11 minutes, Huskies get the ball back. After it's overturned, that's going to be a touchdown. And they have 69 points. Nice. Just caught the defense looking in the backfield there. The receiver blew right by him. Had 4 yards of distance there. That is too easy. That is pitch and catch. So, now a 12-point game. They're actually just going for the 1. Interesting. Interesting. Granted, they haven't made the other 2, so like I get it. But I guess 3 scores either way. 19 points is a weird deficit to be down by. 10:42 here remaining in the game. We crossed the 2-hour mark here. This particular matchup. Actually, not quite, because I forgot that I had to restart because I'm dumb. 10:41. Cougars looking. Goes into double coverage. Second down and 4. So a key overturn there. Watching that replay, just like it just looked like he was down by contact. I'm glad they took a look at it. Running the ball, trying to run the ball. 3rd down and 7. Oh no! That was a great 3rd down stop there. He just threw it out there. The Huskies brought an all-out blitz and just said, you know what, fuck it. We're just going for it. Booming punt back to the 20-yard line. Nice tackle there by the special teams. And the Huskies will have a chance. Have a chance to close it down to 5. Oh, he fumbled the ball! The Cougars are going to recover the ball. Oh, no. He's going to set him up inside the red zone. We'll see. We'll take a look. They have had one overturned, but it did not look like he was down initially. That ball was out. That ball was out. So the Cougars being opportunistic on defense. The Huskies not doing what they should to take care of the football when they have had opportunities. Give the Cougars the ball back. Looking for some points here. Going to gun it, and that is a one-play touchdown. That's what you want. That's what you want off of a turnover, is a big momentum swing like that, and just go for it, because the defense probably unprepared to come back on the field. You most likely have the advantage in that situation. And that's exactly what the Cougars do. 88-70. This is like the old football games my brother and I used to play that were just absurdly high scoring. 89-70. So now back to that 19-point deficit. So if you're Washington, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know what you do if you're Washington. Like, you keep turning the ball over with prime opportunities. That was their shot to cut it down to 5 points. To 5 points, 4 points, whatever. And they gave the ball away immediately. So they'll come back out, set up shop at the 25-yard line. Cougars look like they're going to just bring 4. Actually, they'll just bring 3. Huskies will run the ball. They still have time.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
They can... Yeah, I guess they can sneak away with a field goal on one of these possessions. But if you do a field goal, you're going to have to go for 2s at some point. Yeah, though they've missed 2 2-point conversions already. It's a whole mess. I mean, this whole thing is just a disaster. Well, that's not a disaster. That's the opposite. That is quite positive. That is a touchdown for the Huskies. I'll make it. That's a huge touchdown, too. 89-76, so they'll make it a 12-point game. 89-77 here. With the extra point likely to go through. Perfectly fine. Cougars will come out and start on the 25-yard line. Up 12 with 9 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Swing pass out. Lost a 3 yard. That is not what you want. What are you doing?
That brings up 2nd and 13.
All right, Cougars play action pass, swinging it back out to that side. That's another 2-yard loss. So 2 plays, -5 yards. This is not what the Cougars want right now. And there's a possibility that there was a very open receiver up the field. But it'll be 3rd down and 15. Washington again, prime position. Stop the Cougars here, get the ball back. Don't turn it over. Don't muff a punt. Don't give up a big play. They won't do that. They'll get them sacked for a -11-yard loss. I guess -11-yard loss is redundant, but an 11-yard sack. That is terrible. Great defense by the Washington Huskies. Keep in mind, Cougars up 28 at one point. And the Huskies are going to have terrific starting field position because of the poor field position of the Cougars right at midfield. So 89-77. Nice play in the backfield by the Washington defense, or Washington State defense, excuse me.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13, so I'll give them a -3-yard loss. A 3-yard loss. I don't know. I keep putting the negative in there. I'm driving myself nuts. 3-yard loss. Another handoff. This time I'll get around the outside. Gain of 4.
Gain of 5 yards.
Or gain of 5, excuse me. I don't know. It's a weird number. It was 13. It was 2nd, 13. Now it's 3rd and 9. OMG. Oh, nice deflection. Nice defensive play there by the Cougars, bringing up 4th and 9. The Huskies they have time to punt. They are going to go for it, though. That is probably the right call. Cougars defense, can they hold? That's a bomb. It's probably going to be a touchdown. Nope, it's an interception. which is essentially at this point a punt return. Now the field position here is going to be very interesting. The Cougars are going to have it, but they're going to have it at the 1-2 yard line maybe. He couldn't really go back into the end zone because that would have been potentially a safety. But it'll be 1st and 10 from the 2. A safety here changes the game. Just keep your eyes out for it. They're down 12. They can, with a safety, go down 10. A little bit of breathing room. Oh, no, the Huskies are going to recover the fumble. Oh, no. That is going to set them up at the 5-yard line. What a disastrous play that was for the Washington State Cougars. Coming out. Hit, and that ball is clearly out. The Huskies slide right on it. That guy was in the correct place at the correct time. 89-77. I didn't really put a turnover in the equation. Washington State's been pretty clean with the ball. The Huskies have been the team that's been a little bit sloppier. But in that particular case, I was thinking, like, man, a safety would be crazy because that would make it a 10-point game and the Huskies would get the ball back. A couple of really bad runs here, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal from the 15.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
They do have a 3rd and goal, so they must have had. It's weird because they had said 1st and 10, but they don't have the chain markers to tell you where the first down would be if it's not the goal line. It's kind of weird. But in this case, it is 3rd and goal. Deflected, 4th and goal.
Number 3, the intended receiver on the play.
Good defense by the Cougars there.
Brings up 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 13-yard line. Huskies, last time they had a 4th down attempt, they threw an interception, which was as good as a punt. Honestly, it was he was wide open in the end zone. He was wide open. The Cougars brought a little bit of pressure trying to get there. Almost got home, but it left them a little bit weak on the back end there. And that'll give the Huskies some life late in this game. (89-83). It's an absurd score. Three plays, 8 yards. That doesn't sound right because it was on 4th down. Doesn't matter. So the poor field position for the Cougars after that interception ends up hurting them greatly. Fumble the ball, set the Huskies up for an easy, or short field, I shouldn't say easy. See what the Cougars do here. 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, 4th quarter. This is coming down to it in a game that really shouldn't be coming down to it. So the Cougars were up by 28 early in this game. No, nice wide open pass play here. Going for the touchdown. Butch T. Cougar. 95-87 or whatever. I don't even know what the hell the score is at this point. It's just absurd. We might break 100 points. This is going way different than I thought it would. Here's the thing. I'm playing NCAA football 13 right now. I wonder if NCAA football 14 has a little bit different, has a different like clock management style. The reason I don't have NCAA 14 is because that game is absurdly expensive, and I cannot find my PlayStation 3, which I'm pretty sure I own a digital copy of because I got it on sale for like $5. Copies of NCAA 14 routinely go for like $70 to $80 because it was the last one in the series. This one, on the other hand, was only like 20, which like still a lot for a at this point 7-year-old football game, but more reasonable. As in it's a third the price. So 96-84, under 6 to go. Huskies have the ball back. See what they try to do with it here. The Cougars bring some pressure and they get there. They get home. It works.
That's a loss of 8 yards. That'll make it 2nd and long. 4 on the carry. That's a loss of 3 yards on the play.
Second down run didn't do very much.
3rd and long.
Thankfully, shout out to that replay for giving me enough time to blow my nose. So now it's 3rd down and 21. The Huskies aren't really going to have much of an option here with about 5 minutes remaining. He's going to try and go deep, which means it's going to be a touchdown. The Cougars are not going to catch him. Wow. They come right back. 95-90. This is absurd. That was the Brett Favre-iest throw of the game so far. Back across his body to the complete opposite end of the field. Only this time it ended in a touchdown, not an interception. But Harry Husky responds to the Cougars touchdown with a touchdown of his own. And with 5:08 remaining, it is a 5-point game. 96-91. 86-yard touchdown. It only covered 76 yards because they lost a bunch there. We'll go out of the back of the end zone. The Cougars will start at the 25-yard line. Huskies are going to have to dial up some defense here, get a stop, and get a score. Play action pass. Nice pass by the Cougars there.
That's good for a gain of 13 yards.
13-yard gain. I'm hearing 13-yard gain. First down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Full pass over the middle there. Nice 8-yard pass play. Knocks it up to the 46-yard line. So second down and 2. Cougars see if they... No, just a little play action pass. I don't think they're going to be able to... They're not going to get the spot there. He was definitely short. Definitely short. Sometimes you see some generous spots given by the officials, but that one was the correct call. Third down and inches. Oh! The Huskies brought the correct pressure there. They had a free run at the quarterback and just couldn't quite get home because of the way the back ran out of the backfield. Little, what is this, pistol formation here? That was looked like it was going to be a screen pass, but again, good defense by the Huskies. Forced the quarterback to rush his throw. Brings up second and 10. Cougars up 5 now. They have 4:28 remaining. They just have to kind of hold on to this lead. There is he was winding up for a big throw. They brought a blitz off the corner.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
Third down, 10 yards to go. Come on. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Oh, no. It's 4th down and 7. The Cougars up 5 with a little over 4 minutes remaining. You just run the GD ball. Huskies look like they're trying to bring in a block, and the Cougars keep kicking it into the end zone. They haven't been able to pin the Huskies all that deep, which is frustrating. All that deep. They haven't been able to pin the Huskies very deep. They keep letting them get it at the 20, the 25-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
4-yard rush brings up second down. Clock is moving. A little over 3.5 to go. Another rush. First down. Clock will stop momentarily while the chains and things are reset, ready for play. Huskies break the huddle with 2 wide receivers. A couple tight ends, it looked like. A fullback and a running back. I formation toss out to the left side. Nice defensive play by the Cougars to limit that to only a 6-yard gain. Sounds worse than it actually is. I don't think there was a whole lot of defenders over there. Very many defenders. My brain is just breaking down. Nice defense by the Cougars yet again. Under 3 to go here. The Huskies are driving. First and 10 after a 3-yard gain or so. Or 5-yard gain, I guess, because it was second and 6. My apologies. Got my numbers backwards in my head. Huskies down 5 here, 96-91. That's a bomb. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown with under 3 to go. It is 97-95. The Huskies have made it all the way back, down 28 at one point. So the Cougars doing what they do best, Couging it. Fuck. Oh, and they're going to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game. And they'll get it. That's the one that they probably needed the most. And that's the one that they get. So a 58-yard touchdown pass to a tight end gives them what ends up being a 3-point lead, 99-96 here, 2:43 in the game left. Left in the game. What is going on with my brain today? What is going on with it? All right, Cougars. They are lucky that that was considered a pass. That was 100% a fumble. They're getting too cute here. Second down and 10, 2:41 to go. Big pass, deflected. Third down and 10. Nice defense by the Huskies there. Just got right in front of it. Didn't look like Butch was going to come down with it anyway. All right, big third down here. 2:36 remaining. Free play. Bombing it down the right side. That's a catch. Decline that penalty. That's a first down. First and 10 on the 30-yard line. Free play. That's one of the few deep balls that has not been caught for a monster touchdown. Screenplay didn't really work there. Looks like it was a completed pass, just no gain. Now the Cougars are in a good spot here. They can work with the clock and they can just kind of wind it down, kick a tying field goal, go into overtime if they so choose. They can also nearly throw an interception. The Huskies are really just teeing off here. I think there was 2 screen passes in a row. They could have, man. So a 3-point game now. 2:05 remaining. Butch, plenty of time out to the outside. That was nearly an interception. That was nearly picked. Oh my goodness. Huskies dropping an opportunity to really salt this game away. A game that they, quite frankly, should not be winning. So here we go. 4th and 10, under 2 to go. Up and good. So we are all knotted at 99. See what the Cougars can do here on defense. 7 plays, 45 yards, 47-yard field goal. I don't think there have really been very many short field goals. They've all been pretty deep. Another kickoff back into the end zone will be knelt down. And with 1:56 remaining, the Huskies get the ball back. Knotted at 99. They have come back from a 28-point deficit. They have only had the 1 lead. There's a big bomb down the middle. It's intercepted. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That was not what you wanted in that scenario. He's thrown a number of picks, like 6 or I think 7 now. And the Huskies have fumbled the ball a couple of times. It's been an ugly game from a turnover perspective. What if you should be able to look at the stats when the game is over. I gotta remember to do that. So the Cougars back with the ball, tied. And, I mean, like, for as much as it's, like, frustrating to sit here and be like, oh, my God, the Huskies offense or the Husky quarterback keeps throwing the ball, like, to the other team. The Cougars have done a great job of taking the ball away at opportune times. Like, they have the opportunity to go down, drive, and win the game. That's great. They've done a great job at any time the Huskies seem like they were getting momentum and making a comeback. The Cougars have done a good job at taking the ball away to stop that momentum, to give themselves an opportunity to continue, or to give themselves momentum, to give themselves a bigger lead. It's been really interesting as the Cougars make a nice conversion. That's a touchdown. Touchdown Cougars. We are at over 100 points for the Washington State Cougars. It is now 105 to 99. Just absurd. Just when you think, like, man, something. So when you think maybe they play for overtime, try and kick a game-winning field goal. No, they're going for it all. 12 seconds, 22-yard touchdown. 106 to 99. So 205 points have been scored in this game. That has been just ridiculous.
The kickoff is down for a touchback.
And it's actually working right. It's working out time-wise right about where I thought it would work. So that's good news. It's another interception. Oh, no. I was just about to say that kind of pass is either going to be a touchdown or a pick, and this was a pick again. Butch Cougar coming away with another turnover and taking away the opportunity for the Huskies to come back. Now, this is where Cougars should just run the ball. That's all they have to do. But they're going to come out in this cutesy little formation. Oh, they actually run the ball up the middle. Huskies will take a timeout. 1:20 remaining. And now it'll run the clock all the way down to 10 seconds before the snap. See if the Cougars elect to run here. They will. Let's get them many yards. Huskies will take another timeout.
That'll bring up 36.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Oh my goodness. All right. Huskies defense comes through. They use all 3 of their timeouts. There's 1 minute and 12 seconds left. The Huskies need a touchdown to tie. The Cougars, all they needed was 1 first down to get the game put away. And this is the one time. Was that a fumble? Did he muff the punt? And this is the one time that the Cougars have actually been able to pin the Huskies inside the 20-yard line. So here we go. 1st and 10. First play is good. Oh, he fumbled the ball. It's going the other way for a touchdown, Cougars. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. Washington State coming through again. Exactly when they needed to. And that should do it for this game. 113 to 99. 57 seconds remaining. That was the Huskies' best opportunity to make it all the way back. I mean, they did. They came all the way back. They only had the one lead at 99-96. Huskies. Oh, first down. They'll have to run a hurry up here. They need 2 scores. It's not out of the realm of possibility here because of the way the Cougars play offense and because big plays have been so consistent. They'll just throw the ball into the ground. 48 seconds remaining. Huskies down 14. I still can't believe that last sequence on the previous Huskies possession. They finally, or they throw an interception. Oh, he got sacked. The Huskies throw an interception. The defense does exactly what it needs to do. They use all 3 timeouts. They only run 15 seconds off the clock. Oh no, the game-sealing pick. He fumbled it though. Not sure. Looks like the Cougars are going to recover the ball. And that was, oh my goodness. Another interception. I mean, that was a fumble. And that's the second time we've seen it. The Cougars are very lucky that the ball went out of bounds after being in their possession. So with 32 seconds remaining, that'll just about do it. Yep, the Cougars will come out in a victory formation. And that is it. It's all over. The Cougars, 113. The Washington Huskies, 99. The Huskies led exactly 1 time at 99-96. They fell behind early, 13-0. They clawed their way back, made it 13-13. Looked like it was going to be a bit of a defensive battle there for a little bit. Then the Cougars reeled off a bunch of points, got up big, did relinquish that lead, and gave it up. But they do end up coming through at the very end. Play of the game, just a big old bomb to a wide open receiver. We had a lot of those plays in this game. What a fantastic game. Fun special edition stream. So the Cougars now 1-0 in the Apple Cup, or the Apple Pie Cup. My apologies, that's what I'm calling it. The Apple Pie Cup. We'll see if they can retain their title next year. '82 of 112 for 1,249 yards and 13 touchdowns. Oh my God. Apple Cup winners, Apple Pie Cup winners, Washington State. The Huskies will have to wait until next year or until Christmas Day to reclaim their chance at the Apple Pie Cup. It's just a cup of apple pie. You know, you just get a nice big cup and then you just cram an apple pie in there. I wish they had the Jones Soda apple pie stuff. That'd be really great. Here's another one of those big plays. This is quite the outro that I was not expecting. Another one of them. Some pictures of the afternoon. So many of them were just a that's really funny. Anyway, let's see. Can I look at the statistics? Game stats. Let's look at that. The scoring summary. All right, we'll take a peek at that. The Washington State Cougars scored 42 points in the second quarter, and the Huskies scored 42 in the final quarter. So here's your breakdown. Cougars got up 13-0. Oh God. Pardon me. Hang on, give me 1 second. Okay, so the Cougars went up 13-0. The Huskies made it all the way back to tie it at 13-13. And then all hell broke loose as the Cougars scored 3 consecutive touchdowns. Washington got a touchdown, 2 more touchdowns for the Cougars, 2 more touchdowns. I mean, look at the consistency of how deep these plays are. So, a 52-yard field goal, 47-yard field goal, 56-55, 16-yard touchdown pass. I think that was the one that was the play stood, maybe, I'm not sure. But 49-yard pass, 62, 57, 81, 41, 14. This might actually have been the one that was overturned, or the play stands actually. 63, 75, 59, 75. So after all of that, the Cougars were up 20 points or something like that, 21. Going into halftime. And then the Huskies actually outscored them in the second half, but it just wasn't enough to come back. So there was a 29-yard pass, a couple field goals were exchanged. These were pretty short. 75-yard pass, 58-yard pass, touchdowns for the Huskies, and a 49-yard pass for the Cougars, another Cougar field goal, 40-yard pass, 2-yard touchdown run with one of their 2 points that were failed, and then just insanity in the fourth quarter. There was 80 points scored in just the fourth quarter itself, which is crazy. It started with that 2-yard run, 31-yard pass, and they just kind of went back and forth, couple touchdowns in a row again. That was where I believe they finally took the lead. The Huskies only tied the game once at 13. The Cougars tied the game once at 99, and the Huskies led 99-96. That was where the second tie occurred, and then a couple of touchdowns by the Cougars right at the end. Take a peek here at the player stats. Gives them a 14-point win. Okay, so 52 of 81 for 1,023 yards, 12 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That is nuts. Every time he threw a touchdown, he threw an interception. 3 fumbles by the quarterback, or 3 fumbles by the Huskies. 1 muffed punt at one point. My goodness, though. 12-12. Let's see how the Cougars did. 82 of 112 for 1,249 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. That is a ton of interceptions, just back and forth. 17 interceptions total. I don't think the Cougars had 2 fumbles. I don't know. Actually, it doesn't really say if it... I guess you have to look at defensive. Fumbles recovered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, because I didn't look at the receivers. I didn't look at the receiving. That's what it was. So let's see. Our Cougars top receivers went for 16 receptions, 149, and a touchdown, or 16 receptions, 405 yards, 4 touchdowns. 15 for 73, 15 for 173 and 2, 12 for 363 yards, 6 touchdowns. Man. Hang on, look at Washington. 16 for 163 and 2, 11 for 347 and 4, 11 for 247 and 4. Those guys played really well. 8 touchdowns, 22 combined receptions. 7 for 131 and 1, 2 for 101 and 1. Just crazy. And they don't give the receivers. Can you go over? Oh, interesting. So there you go. Those are the nutso stats that complete this game. Just complete craziness all around. What is it? 25 total touchdowns, 17 total interceptions. Nuts. Crazy fun. That was awesome. It went way differently. I didn't expect it to be such a blowout. But the way the Cougars run their offense and the way the clock works in this game does lead it to have a lot more. Although it seems like they have a lot more opportunities at possessions and stuff. So the Cougars jumped all the way out to a 28-point lead. The Huskies were able to bring it all the way back and even lead briefly. But the Cougars tied it with a field goal, and then under 2 minutes to go, they scored a couple more times to give themselves the win. So 113-99 is your score. Hey, thank you so much for watching. That was pretty fun. It was an enjoyable game to watch. Hopefully you enjoyed. The Cougars now lead 1-0 in the Apple Pie Cup, and the Huskies will have an opportunity to reclaim that on Christmas Day in basketball. So we'll see you then for Apple Pie Cup 2, and then next Thanksgiving we'll do the football and so on and so forth. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later. Have a good holiday if you're celebrating. Hopefully you enjoy it and eat some good food. I am sick, so I'm going to go lay down now. Have a good one.